everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dorothy, and in today's video we'll be making this beautiful palazzo trouser you're seeing right now. So if this is something you're interested in, please stay and watch this video to the very end. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, you are welcome again on this channel. I post video on pattern drafting and sewing tutorial. So if this is something you are interested in, you will definitely need to subscribe to this channel so you can get notified when I drop new video every week. So let's get started with the video. About this fabric, guys, I don't know the name of this fabric, but I'm sure it's crepe. It was my client that brought it, and when I measured it, it was 1.5 yards, and the length of this material is by 16 inches. So right now, just go ahead and fold this material into two so that I'll cut out the portion that I'll be using to draft my front piece. So to do this, I'll be using my tie measurement to determine how I'll be cutting the portion for the front piece. So my tie measurement is 27 inches. Then I folded my fabric into two. Then I'll divide it 27 inches by 2, and I added 3 inches extra allowance. So that will be it. Then I'll go ahead and cut this out. So this is it after cutting out the fabric. So right now I'll go ahead and pin this down because this fabric is quite silky. I have to pin it so that when I am drafting, it doesn't move or shift. On this upper part right here, I'll go ahead and roll a line of about 1/4 inch, that's 0.5 inch, and this line will serve as my starting line or my waistline. Okay, let me explain something here real quick. The length of this palazzo trouser is 42 inches, and on the waistline we'll be having a band of about 2 inches. So right now I'll go ahead and place my tape rule like this. This 2 inches upward on the tape rule is for the band. So I'll go ahead and mark my hip measurement, which is 9 inches. Still leaving the tape rule like this, I went on to measure my crochet line, which is 12 inches. And also I mark my new measurement, which is 22 inches. And the length of this palazzo is 42 inches, like I said earlier. So minusing the 2 inches from it will make it 40 for the length. So I went on to mark 40 for the length of the trouser. Then I added 2 inches for the folding allowance. So right now just go ahead and extend this line horizontally. Now on the hip line, I divided the round hip measurement by 4 and I mark it. The round hip measurement is 43 inches, so 43 divided by 4 is 10.75. Then I added 1.5 inches sewing allowance. Now on my crotch line and on my waistline, whatever measurement that I marked on my hip line, I'll go ahead and measure the same thing on my crotch line and on my waistline as well. I will then use my ruler to connect the 3 points together just like this. On the waistline, I went on to divide my round waist measurement by 4 and I marked it. The waist measurement I'm working with is 34 inches. 34 divided by 4, I had 8.5. So I marked the 8.5 inches and I added 1 inch for stitching allowance. I won't be adding that to the front piece. Now I will use my chalk to connect this point down to the hip measurement, just like this. On my crotch line, I went on to mark my crotch depth. So to get the crotch depth, you divide your hip measurement by 16, and what I had was 2.6. So on my crotch line, I went on to mark 2.6 for the crotch depth. Then on that crotch line, I'll go up by 2.6 inches as well, and I'll mark it. Then on my waistline, I'll go in by 1/2 inch. Then I will use my ruler to connect a straight line from the waistline where I came in by 1/2 inch down to the hip line. Then for my crotch depth, I'll just use my curve ruler to connect the points like this. On this part of the waistline, I will come down by 1 inch for the waist slanting. You know that the front pieces of a trouser is usually lower than the back pieces. So then I'll use my ruler to connect a straight line to this part. Because this is a palazzo trouser, I will not be marking the thigh measurement on my thigh line. So what I measured on my crotch line is what I will measure on my nail line and also on the length of the trouser. So at this point, you can choose to go and use your ruler to connect a straight line from the crotch line down to the length of the trouser for the both side. But right now, I'll just go ahead and cut this out. Okay, for the back piece of this palazzo, I have gone ahead to cut my pieces as well. That is the portion that I'll be using to draft it. And I added 3 extra inches allowance to this back piece. So right now, I'll go ahead and place my front piece on my back piece like this. On this side of the back piece, I added 2 inches allowance, that is sewing allowance, all the way to the length of this back piece. On the crotch line right here, I will extend the line using my ruler just like this. After I am done extending the crotch line like this, then I'll go ahead and measure 3 inches for the crotch depth. On this part right here, I mark 2 inches sewing allowance all the way to the top. Then right here, just like I remove 1 inch from the front piece, I'll go ahead and increase this back piece by 1.5 inches. Then I will use my ruler to connect the slant all the way to the side. Then on this side, I will use my ruler to connect all the sewing allowances that I marked earlier. And when I get to this point of my crotch line, I will use my armhole curve to create this beautiful crotch depth just like this. Then I'll go ahead and connect the remaining straight line all the way to the length of this trouser. And when I am done connecting this line all the way to the length of this back piece of the trouser, I'll go ahead and cut. So just watch the part that I am cutting out. So I'll first of all cut the waistline all the way like this. Then I'll go ahead and cut the crotch line. And I'll also be cutting the side. And that will be all for the drafting of this trouser pieces. So right now, let's go ahead and sew this. For the back pieces, it's going to have a dart. So right now, I'll just go ahead and fold my trouser back pieces like this into 2. Then I'll notch the midpoint. And when I'm done notching the midpoint, I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew my darts of about 5 inches. Because this trouser will be having a pocket, off camera I went ahead to cut a pieces for my pocket, and the width is 7 inches on fold while the length is 13 inches. So I'll just go ahead and give my pocket a shape. So I'll use my scissors to carve out my pocket piece like this. On the front pieces of this trouser, I went on to mark 1 inch on the waistline. Then from the waistline, I came down by 7 inches. That is where the pocket will stop. Then I'll go ahead and use my scissors to cut that out. I should have actually done this when I was done cutting the pieces of the trouser, but I was contemplating if this palazzo trouser is going to have a pocket or not. But later on, I just made up my mind to just put a pocket. So I'll arrange the pocket like this. Then I'll go ahead and place my front piece trouser on it like this. I will make sure that I arranged everything. And when you're doing yours, please make sure you arrange everything. Then the shape that I give to the pocket side of the trouser, I'll go and do the same thing for the pocket piece. Okay, so that when I am done sewing it, the pockets will stay very well. Now that I am done arranging the trouser on the pocket piece like this, I'll just go ahead and shape this out on the pocket pieces itself. So now I'll separate one piece of this trouser and its pocket from each other and keep them aside while I work on one. On this right face of the pocket, I'll place the right face of the trouser piece on it. That is right side facing each other. Then I'll just go ahead and pin the pocket area down like this. And when I am done pinning them together, I will take it to the sewing machine and sew it. This is this after I am done sewing it. So you see this stitching allowance here. Okay, I'll arrange it properly on this pocket side, then I'll go and top stitch on it. And I will be top stitching on it on the right face of the pocket. Yes, this right face right here, I'll be top stitching on it just as you can see me directing. This is what it looks like after I am done top stitching on the pocket. So right now I'll just go ahead and arrange the pockets. Okay, I'll arrange the pocket properly just as you can see me doing. Then I'll go ahead and stitch the lower end of this pocket just as you can see me directing. Okay guys, I am done sewing the lower end of this pocket. So right now I will just arrange my pockets and my trouser piece together like this. Okay, just watch what I am doing. Just watch it and you will get it. Okay, so when I am done arranging this part, that is the pocket and the trouser piece together like this, then I'll go ahead and top stitch on this upper end, that's on the waistline. Okay, this is it after I am done top stitching, and I also did the same thing for the second piece as well. And also I went on to sew my dart. Okay, you can see this is my dart for the back pieces of the trouser. So right now I'll just arrange them properly. That is, I'll lay the back piece flat like this, right side. Then I'll place my front piece on it, that is right side facing each other. Then I'll go ahead and sew this side all the way to the length of the trouser. And I'll be doing the same thing for the second pieces as well. Okay guys, this is it after I am done sewing this side. So you see this stitch area here, I'll just go ahead and open it up and go and iron it. And I also do the same thing for the second piece of this palazzo trouser. And this is what it looks like after I am done ironing this sewing allowance. Okay, so right now I'll go ahead and place each piece on each other, that is right side facing each other. Then I'll make sure that I arrange them very well. Okay, I make sure that each seam line matches and the crotch line and the side lines, all of them matches together. So I take my time to arrange them properly. Then I'll go ahead and put in the body measurement. So on the waistline, I went on to divide my waist measurement by 2 and mark it on the waistline. Okay, so this allowance is just enough because while I was drafting this pattern, I did not put zip allowance. So right now this allowance here will serve as my zipper allowance. Then from the waistline I came down by 9 inches, okay, for my hip line. Then I went ahead to divide the hip measurement by 2, which is 43. The hip measurement I'm working on is 43 divided by 2, which is 21.5. so I mark that. Then I'll go ahead and connect the line like this, and when I am done connecting this line, I'll take it to the sewing machine and sew it. And this is what it looks like after I am done stitching. So right now I'll go ahead and arrange the crochet depth like this, okay, so that we can sew the trouser leg. Because this is a palazzo trouser, we'll not be needing the time measurement. Okay, it's only when you're sewing a straight trouser that you'll be putting the time measurement. So right now I will arrange the crochet depth like this. Then I'll go ahead and stitch the trouser leg by 1 inch. And this is what it looks like after I am done sewing the leg. Okay, so right now let's go ahead and work on the band. Already I have cut this band, and this band is about 45 inches by length. Okay, while the width of this band is about 5 inches. Okay, so when I went ahead to iron stay on it, after ironing my stay, I folded in half an inch. Then the other part I left half an inch to join to the trouser directly. So I will open the front part where I will be putting my zipper. Then I will fold my band into 2 like this and notch the midpoint. After notching the midpoint, I'll find the midpoint of my trouser also as well. I did this by folding the trouser and also marking the midpoint. Then I'll match the band to the trouser, midpoint to midpoint. Then I'll go ahead and pin this down. When I'm done pinning all the band all the way around the trouser waist, that is the waistline, I'll go ahead and stitch. Okay, I am done stitching the band. Right now I'll go ahead and fix in my zipper. This is an invisible zipper, so I'll just go ahead and fix it. So this is it, guys, after fixing the zipper. Okay, I'm just showing you the process of how I fixed this invisible zipper. I went on to cut the remaining length of the zipper to cover the rough edges so that we can have a seamless finishing. I'll just use this remaining band and fold my zipper in like this, then I'll cover my band with it like this. Okay, then I'll arrange it properly, then I'll take it to my sewing machine and top stitch on it. This is it, guys, after I am done top stitching on the zipper. So right now I'll just go ahead and turn it to the right face like this. Okay, and I'll do the same thing for the second one like this. Then I'll go ahead and finish up the band. Now to finish up this band, I'll just fold in the rough edges like this rough edges like this, then I'll go ahead and top stitch on it. This is it, guys, after I am done top stitching on the band. You can see how beautiful and how neat this is. Okay, you can see how the zipper is laying perfectly. What I'll be doing is that I'll be taking this palazzo trouser to the market to weave the inside, and I'll be weaving the leg as well. And when I am done weaving, I'll be folding the leg by 1 inch. And this brings us to the end of this tutorial. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do well to subscribe. Like this video. If this video was helpful, please like this video and do not forget to comment. Okay, I'm waiting for your comments in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. See you guys on my next one.